Yeah, actually, if we look at the neighbor countries, especially what happened in Syria, and the end of Iranian control on the Middle East, it'll answer a lot of questions, and including your question. So I think in Lebanon, there's Israel is assured that Iran will not be anymore a threat by using the proxy Hezbollah. So that's why I think it's the interest of Benjamin Netanyahu is to end the war very soon in Lebanon and in Gaza as well, because everything is going to his interest. So I think the international community is working on this, especially that we've heard a lot about the new leader of Syria, Ahmed al-Shara, that he said we're not going to do any conflicts now or any kind of war with Israel. So it means that the new Middle East now is not as Israel wants, but at least it's without the decision of Iran. So everything will be local actually, and the Lebanese decision is going to be much more local, and that will be much more comfortable to the security of the northern Israel and for Israel as well. But I think those steps, including the withdrawal of Israeli forces and the deployment of the army, will be finishing soon if really Hezbollah will obey what's written in the agreement and withdraw the weapons to the north Litani River. Otherwise, if things remains as it is and Hezbollah stay in the south of Litani, we will really have some scares and concerns that the truth will fall, and there will be like today, for example, it was the first time Israeli forces hit Baalbek. So this will issue some concerns about the truth. But I'm very optimistic that the war will really end in Lebanon for a really long time, unless Iran will support Hezbollah again by another means.
Yes, Ms.
Because
Shuwaikh, this is the main question that I
Syria
want
and
to, sorry to interrupt you, but this is the main question I want to ask you now. Why are you so pessimistic about Iran being weakened and Hezbollah being weakened? Why don't you think that their efforts and that they will face Israel and Hezbollah in the very near future? Why are you so pessimistic about Iran, especially and the changing of the map of the Middle East?
Well, actually, because most of the crisis and most of the problems that Lebanon faced, at least in the previous 20 years, were because the interference of Iran and using Lebanon as the background of Iran. So that's why it's very urgent for the Lebanese parties and for Hezbollah, because he's a political party as well, to get back to the country, to the Lebanese country, and to build the state of law without any interference of any country from outside the Lebanon, especially Iran. If you ask me about the role of United States, I know that it's really interfering, but the interference of United States is for the interest of Lebanon, but not for the interest of the U.S. So I think now it's something very local. It'll start by the presidential election, and the success of this process in order to build the state and to start to do some local agreements between all the political parties and to take their own decisions and to save the citizens that really suffered among 30 or 40
Hopefully, all the
years.
citizens everything will be back on track again.